Hello, everybody. I'm Trevor McShane. It's time for another interview with Tune In with Trevor. And my special guest today is Alicia Sky. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be one of your guests.
You know, you starred in the music video of the song that I performed and co-wrote called Something Happened. Tell me about that experience.
I was just honored to be a part of this experience, like being on stage again, working with my best friends, Brad and Julia. Is just it's just such a nostalgic feeling being around such creative people that I've been working with for like 15 years and being a part of that again. It really moved me and made me realize like I can't forget about my dream and forget about my artistry. Like I need to always keep that a part of me, whether that's just being a part of somebody else's project or doing my own again. But I'm just really happy and appreciative I got to be involved.
You're a singer-songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been doing that?
Since I was 7, that was just my way of coping with life as a child. And I just knew like listening to songs and then learning how to like write new song lyrics over that melody. And that's how I developed this skill to be able to come up with my own melodies.
You play an instrument.
I learned guitar. I didn't stick with it. I couldn't deal with the pain in the fingers, so I gave it up.
Well, how do you write a song? Explain.
I just write it in my head, and I just start singing it, and then I'll record it into my voice memos. I'll just jot down the song in a notebook or on my phone, and then just attach a melody to it, and then just sing it in my notepad in my voice memos, and then I'll just send it over to my producer.
When you write a song lyrically, do you ever encounter difficulties or questions? Gee, I haven't really experienced this in my life. I don't know if I can sing this yet.
There's been songs other people have pitched to me to sing, and if I don't connect with it, if it's not like a real life experience for me, it doesn't feel authentic and I can't sing it and it just would feel phony, so I wouldn't take it.
How do you promote your music?
A lot of it was just digital media, music videos, Instagram, YouTube. We did a lot of this like 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Not so much lately, but that's going to change soon.
And did you take a hiatus for a while?
I did. During COVID, everything changed, and Julia, my best friend, she had her situation with her kids, and then the pandemic happened, and then my producer moved out of town, so everybody just kind of fell off. And Brad moved, so everybody was gone. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't create by myself. I need my friends and my creative teammates. Like, you can't just do it by yourself.
So, are you back?
I'm back. Yeah, definitely back. And I feel that more than ever. Like I had a dream last week actually where I was watching myself as a 16-year-old. I was watching a VHS tape with my mom, not trying to date myself here, but watching a VHS tape of like me performing as like a dancer and gymnast. And then I looked like happier than I ever have in my entire life. Like I was glowing, like I was like an angel. And then my mom was like, I'm so sorry I missed your performance. And that was the last time I ever performed, like as a 16-year-old. And then I like flash forward to me as that 16-year-old, like crying on the floor. And then I woke up crying in real life. And then I realized that was my soul that was crying, that I'm not creating anymore. And I woke up, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, I need to create again. Like this is something that's stuck with me forever. Once you're an artist, you just can't switch it off. It's there forever, and it's like haunting you.
You've done a number of live gigs, right?
A lot, yeah.
What are some of the highs and lows of the gigs that you've done?
That was a good one. The highs and the lows, oh my God, so many. Probably the Whisky at GoGo when I opened for Ryan Cabrera. That was a high and a low, just because of like how the music industry in Hollywood works. It's not what people think. It's a whole process, and it costs a lot of money to put on a show. But it was exciting getting to perform, open for somebody like that, and to have that on my resume.
You have to do work outside the industry to support yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I was working double, like working in the office and then doing like bottle service, waitressing. And then I also did fundraising like Kickstarter, Indiegogo to raise money for music videos and my projects. It was a grind. It's not for the weak.
Haven't you done real estate as well?
Yeah.
Right. So that's just part of life. To make it, is you have to sometimes work other gigs, right?
Yeah, you need a high-paying job so that way you could fund your artistry. Because trying to be an independent artist and just living off of like the amounts you make, it's not enough to sustain yourself, especially in a city like LA.
So what's the program that you have now to get back to the top?
Well,
Videos and
definitely
release more music.
Yeah, more music. I'm sitting on a catalog. I still have like 50 songs that are in my like Google Drive that I haven't released yet, and it's like bothering me that I haven't released it yet, and I need content like music videos and photo shoots, everything to go with it. You can't just put out a song. So and you need a whole team to do that with you.
Julia Barber, you mentioned, is your best friend, and she happens to be the person who's taking care of a lot of my business as well. Tell me about your relationship with her and how she helps you move it along.
I love Julia. We've been friends since I was in college, and it started. Our creative project started out when we made a music video together, and she was going to act in it, and then she's like, "Wait a minute, let me just produce this and like work on the locations and hire the makeup people," and she went to Cal Arts, so like she was naturally gifted with doing productions. So then it just kind of all happened from there. And then Brad was directing that video. And then that's how they met on my Fly music video, right? Yeah, so it all started because of our passion for creativity and making music videos. And that's where it all began. And that's where it's going to continue to go.
Tell me what kind of energy you bring into the studio, and how do you work in the studio? How do you create a song, recording?
So if I work with my usual producer, if I work with Taylor, so I'll come in with an idea, like of a lyric and a melody, and then I'll like play that for him, and then he'll start to work on the production of the track, and then he'll build the track, and then we'll go in and fill in the rest. But yeah, usually while he's building it, I'll just be like coming up with more lines and like digging deep to like reflect on how I feel about this song and like my personal experience, and then we'll craft that song together.
Is it usually, does he get co-writer credit?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with you, what song or songs do you recommend that they check out of yours to start to get an idea of what you're about?
There's so many. Probably Turn the Sky Blue is a good one. I wrote that one when I was in Ojai on a singer-songwriter's retreat. And it's a song about coming out of a world of neutral and beige and being able to see color again. It's like in real life when like you've just kind of been in a slump, and then all of a sudden like you're happy again and you're in love because of some guy or some girl. So it's about like someone like bringing that life back into your world again.
What's next for you?
Definitely want to make a music video to some of the songs that I have. I'm just ready. Yeah, just want to continue to create and like fulfill that like childhood dream, the childhood passion of always creating and adding beauty to the world and creativity and arts and love and light.
It's just part of your DNA, you creating music.
Definitely.
Is that right?
Yeah, you can't switch it off once you're born with this. Like there's no getting rid of like your sense of artistry. Like you know, like you do it too. So
Alicia, you've been an independent artist for some time. What can you tell our viewers about recommendations and ways in which they can become an independent artist as well?
That is a loaded question. Where do I even start? There's just a lot. You just really need to love the craft of music. And if you're not 100% like in love with making music, don't do it. Do literally anything else because it's very hard to make money and to like get somewhere with it. You need dedication, consistency. You need an amazing team around you. You really can't do it by yourself unless you're like a super genius. You could do your own content. Like some people can, but I need a team around me. So that way I could just focus on like the writing and the singing. But yeah, it takes takes a lot of resources, because if you want to create content and be in the studio, like, people need to get paid, so you need to have a good job alongside that. So don't give up your day job until you're really making good money as an independent artist.
You know what I tell people, because as an attorney and people who want to be actors or musicians, I say the way it works is that you're doing this because you have no other choice. You have to do it, and you'll spend the rest of your life regretting it if you don't give it a try. So I couldn't agree with you more. It's just dedication, hard work, perseverance. And I want to thank you so much for being here today, to have Alicia Sky, who's so talented, and check her out in Something Happened, which is the music video starring Trevor McShane. It's so great that we've been able to have another session of Tune In with Trevor. You all need to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for having me.